We are working hard on the brand and brand perception, new product development, innovation with disciplined investment in technology, engaging and training our staff to give even greater service. As an example of that, we just recently launched the next generation check-in in Perth, using world-leading technologies, and it is a real success. We roll it out in Sydney by the end of the year and the rest of the major airports throughout next year. We are making our lounge network even better, investing over $100 million last year in terminals and lounges and $40 million this year. We are putting our award-winning A380 fit-out into our 747 fleet, ensuring that the best of Qantas is across all of Qantas, again at a cost of over $100 million. Qantas today has seen huge benefits from this focus on that core strategy. It is the most profitable domestic carrier, one of the leading airlines in the world, and I believe getting better all the time. Finally, and perhaps more importantly of all, Jetstar has helped the Qantas Group make the transition to a sustainable portfolio business. With Qantas, Qantas Frequent Flyer, and Jetstar, we now have strong business that complement each other and provide us with group stability through the changing economic cycle. And you look at the performance through the global financial crisis, and that was more evident than at any time. When a lot of our full-service peers went into big losses, the Qantas Group maintained profitability as a consequence of that diversity. With our two airlines, we also have access to passengers across the flying spectrum, from backpackers to business leaders. We can adjust capacity, pricing, and market segmentation dependent on market conditions and the environment. But we're not complacent about the future. Australia today is certainly at the forefront of aviation liberalisation. We have one of the most liberal domestic markets in the world, if not the most liberal domestic market. There are no ownership restrictions on market access, so wholly owned foreign companies such as Tiger can operate freely on any route. The same is not true in the domestic US or in the domestic European markets. Australian consumers are today benefiting from the most intense competition ever experienced in this market. Meanwhile, we are not granted the same access to most other international routes and other markets that Qantas could have a fair go at. In terms of international competition, in recent years, the Australian government has granted international carrier access not only to a significant number of air rights, but also far more air rights than that are currently being used. Advocates of greater access need to recognise that they are too late. Greater access has already been given. Then there are challenges posed by external influences on the aviation market. For instance, many airlines still have high degree of state ownerships or state interventions, which does affect decision making. Constraints can also be imposed by environmental issues such as noise. Curfews, for example, have a major impact on the efficiencies of aircraft utilisation and on networks. The point is that there are very numerous factors we can't control and that do increase our risk. Our approach is to focus on what we can control, having the best low fares and premium airlines in the world, and competing vigorously in our markets. When we look to the future of aviation, Asia is key.